Y'all, Katt Williams just dropped an insane bombshell on Diddy, saying Diddy's wild freak-off footage is just the appetizer and Jay-Z might be the main course for the feds. According to Katt, the feds have hours and hours of freak-off footage that are horrifying to say the least, and get this, he's claiming that Jay-Z is allegedly on the list now. Katt's been trying to warn us about Diddy for years, but nobody was listening. Well, guess what? They're listening now. Diddy's in hot water, facing multiple lawsuits, and even got arrested. The accusation, let's just say they're not pretty. We're talking non-consensual acts, folks. But hold on to your wigs, because this is just the beginning. Katt's hinting that there's way more dirt about to come out, and it's all swirling around Jay-Z. We're talking footage that'll make your jaw drop, because Katt is now claiming that Jay-Z is going down, and he is going down hard. So what's the deal with these so-called freak-off tapes? Katt's saying they're so shocking they make Cassie's lawsuit look tame. But here's the kicker. It's not just Diddy on those tapes. Word is there might be footage of Jay-Z that could change everything we thought we knew about hip-hop's power couple. The tea is piping hot, and Katt Williams is serving it up, scolding. He's talking about hours and hours of footage that's got the feds working overtime. We're not just talking about your average celebrity scandal here. This is next-level stuff that's got everyone from music execs to aced celebs sweating bullets. Now let's break it down. These freak-offs Katt's talking about, they're not your run-of-the-mill wild parties. We're talking about some seriously messed up stuff that's allegedly been going down behind closed doors. And get this, it's not just random people involved. We're talking big names, folks, the kind of names that make headlines just by walking down the street. But here's where it gets real juicy. Katt's dropping hints that Jayz might be caught up in all this mess too. Can you believe it? The man who's been at the top of the game for decades might be about to take a serious fall, and if what Katt's saying is true, it's going to shake the entire industry to its core. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, how do we know this isn't just some crazy rumor? Well, here's the thing. The feds have been on Diddy's case since 2008. That's over a decade of surveillance, folks. And if Jay-Z's been rolling with Diddy all this time, you can bet your bottom dollar he's shown up in those tapes more than once. Katt's not one to play around when it comes to spilling the truth. He's been trying to warn us about Diddy for years, but nobody was listening. Now it looks like everyone's ears are wide open, and they're not going to like what they hear. These tapes aren't just about exposing a few wild nights. We're talking potential evidence of some serious crimes, the kind of stuff that could send people to jail for a long, long time. And if Jay-Z's really involved, well, let's just say Beyonce might need to start practicing those solo performances. But here's the thing that's got everyone talking. These tapes could bring down more than just Diddy and Jay-Z. We're talking about a domino effect that could topple some of the biggest names in the music industry: producers, managers, other artists. Nobody's safe if these tapes see the light of day. And let's not forget about the victims in all this. If what Katt's saying is true, there are people out there who've been hurt, exploited, and silenced for years. These tapes could finally give them a voice and a chance at justice. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's hard to believe that someone who's been in the game as long as he has could be caught up in something like this. But remember, folks, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and right now there's enough smoke to choke a chimney sweep. Katt's not just throwing names around for the fun of it. He's saying the feds are looking at Jay's next. That's not something you say lightly, especially when you're talking about one of the most powerful men in music. Hold up, Jay-Z's neck. Katt's dropping bombs that could shake the foundation of hip-hop, from teenage prodigies to industry power moves. Jay's past is coming back to haunt him, and trust me, this ain't no 99 problems. It's way bigger. You thought Diddy was the only one with skeletons in his closet. Think again. Jay's name is getting tossed around like a hot potato, and it's not just because he's Diddy's old pal. We're talking about some serious allegations that go way back. Remember Foxy Brown? Yeah, the same Foxy who was spitting fire in the 90s. Well, word on the street is that Jay and Foxy had something going on when she was just a teenager. We're talking 15-year-old Foxy and 24-year-old Jay. Not a good look, Hova. But here's where it gets wild. Jay's might have been dropping hints about this in his own lyrics in Picasso Baby. He says, I never stuck my C in the fox's box, but damned if I ain't opened Pandora's box now. If that ain't a confession wrapped in a riddle, I don't know what is. And Foxy, she's not exactly thrilled about Jay bringing up their past. She's been saying it's embarrassing for her. Makes you wonder what else went down that we don't know about. But wait, there's more. Jay's friendship with R. Kelly raised some eyebrows too. Even after all those nasty allegations about Kelly came out, Jay was still hanging around him. That's got people asking some serious questions about Jay's judgment. And let's not forget about Aaliyah. There are whispers that Jay was messing around with her while she was with Dame Dash. Talk about a complicated love triangle. Now Jaguar Wright is out here saying Jay-Z is even worse than Diddy. She's claiming he's just been smarter about covering his tracks. If that's true, it means Jay's been playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers.
Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. Just even lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
But the plot thickens. There are rumors flying around about Jay grooming other young women in the industry. Names like Tyra Marie are popping up, and it's not looking good for Jayz. All this tea has got people wondering if Jay's been running some kind of cover-up operation to keep his image squeaky clean. But here's the kicker: Katt Williams is saying the feds are onto Jay now. Yep, you heard that right. The same folks who are after Diddy are apparently eyeing Jay-Z too. It's like dominoes falling one after another. First Diddy, now maybe Jay. This could be the beginning of a massive shakeup in the hip-hop world. We're talking about two of the biggest names in the game potentially going down. If what Katt's saying is true, Jayz might be in for a rough ride. We're not just talking about a few embarrassing headlines. This could be career-ending, legacy-destroying stuff. Think about it. If Jay really did have inappropriate relationships with underage artists, if he really was involved in grooming young talent for more than just music, that's some serious criminal stuff. We're talking federal charges, jail time, the whole 9 yards. If you think that the statute of limitations has expired, just take a look at what's happening to Diddy. And let's not forget about the impact on his empire. Jay's got his hands in everything from music to sports to streaming services. If he goes down, it's going to send shockwaves through the whole industry. But here's the million-dollar question: is Katt Williams just stirring the pot? Or does he know something we don't? He's been right about Diddy, so maybe he's onto something with Jay too. But wait, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Remember when Jay-Z and Diddy were thick as thieves? Well, now it looks like that friendship has soured faster than milk in the sun. And the reason why it's juicier than you'd ever imagine: Katt Williams is spilling some serious tea about these two hip-hop heavyweights. And it's not pretty. Apparently, Jay-Z's been trying to distance himself from Diddy faster than you can say 99 problems. Why? Because he's trying to save his own skin. Word on the street is that Jay-Z's been playing a dangerous game of chess, while Diddy's been caught in a game of checkers. See, Jay's been strategically aligning himself with more powerful figures, trying to dodge the spotlight that's now shining bright on Diddy. It's like he's building a fortress of connections, hoping it'll keep him safe from the storm that's brewing. But here's where things get really twisted between these two old pals. Katt's dropping bombs saying that Jayz might have even considered taking Diddy out to protect himself. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about the kind of betrayal that makes soap operas look tame. Now, you might be wondering, how close were these two really? Well, let me tell you, they were tight, so tight that Diddy used to let Jay-Z call him by his real name. That's not just friendship, that's family level closeness, or at least it was.
Only one person. I'm going. And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean. Okay. Yeah. Nobody else can call me Sean. He's the only person Sean approved. There's not a single person that outside of family. That should be outside of my mother. Okay, just to be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me.
But as the scandal started piling up around Diddy, Jay-Z started backing away real quick. It's like he suddenly remembered he had somewhere else to be, and Katt's not buying the ACT. He's calling out Jay-Z for being a hypocrite, turning his back on his old friend. When things got tough now, here's where it gets really interesting. Katt's hinting that Jay-Z's sudden change of heart isn't just about loyalty, nah. It's about survival. See, there are whispers that Jayz might be involved in some shady dealings of his own. And if that's true, then distancing himself from Diddy isn't just smart, it's necessary. But here's the thing about secrets in the music industry: they have a way of coming out. And if Jay-Z's really got skeletons in his closet, then his strategy of throwing Diddy under the bus might backfire big time. Because let's face it, if Diddy goes down, he's not going down alone. And let's not forget, the feds have been watching Diddy since 2008. That's a long time to be under the microscope. If Jay-Z's been hanging around Diddy all this time, you can bet your bottom dollar he's shown up in those investigations. To the question is, what exactly did the Fady see? Now here's where it gets really wild. Katt's saying that the potential for Jay-Z to turn on Diddy is real. But here's the catch: if Jay-Z does throw Diddy to the wolves, Diddy might just decide to take Jay-Z down with him. Think about it, these two have been in the game for decades. They've seen things, done things, and kept each other's secrets. If Diddy feels like Jay-Z's betrayed him, what's stopping him from spilling all of Jay-Z's dirt? It's like a game of mutually assured destruction, hip-hop style. And let's not forget, Jay's got a lot more to lose now than he did back in the day. We're not just talking about his music career, he's got business ventures, sports teams, streaming services. But I always felt like Jay-Z had a lot of secrecy with him. And I'm not talking about what dealing either, I'm talking about exactly what is being shown. Chill. There's a lot going on here. But y'all let me know what you feel about Katt's revelations, then check out this next video. And thanks for watching my video.